Two identical screams shattered the marble silence of a $200 million mansion. The millionaire's twin daughters had just set the third nanny's hair on fire again. No one lasted a week, until a broke single-mom janitor walked in with a mop and changed everything forever. Reginald Harrington stood in the wreckage of his glass-walled office, tie askew, watching security footage on loop. Ava and Zoe, 7 years old, identical down to the freckle on their left cheeks, grinned as flames danced on Nanny number 27's ponytail. The woman fled screaming, contract shredded. Reggie's reflection stared back, hollow eyes, 5 o'clock shadow at noon. His wife Elena's portrait hung behind him, frozen in a laugh from 5 years ago, the day before the jet vanished over the Atlantic. The board gave him 1 month. Control the girls or lose the company. He'd built an empire on AI that predicted human behavior, yet his own daughters were chaos incarnate. Down in the service corridors, Maria Gonzalez pushed her cleaning cart past humming servers. 32, ponytail threaded with gray, uniform 2 sizes too big. She'd mopped these floors since Sophia's diagnosis. Leukemia, stage 3, bills stacking like unpaid parking tickets. At 4 a.m., the tower was quiet except for her humming old Selena songs under her breath. HR flagged her file by accident. Excellent with kids from a church volunteer form. Reggie saw the note, saw desperation matching his own, and offered $10,000 a week. Maria thought it was spam until the contract arrived by courier, ink still wet. She showed up Monday in scuffed sneakers, mop slung over her shoulder like a rifle. The twins waited in the foyer, matching pink overalls, eyes gleaming. Reggie extended a hand. Welcome to hell. Maria's grip was calloused, steady. Avec clean verse. Day 1 began with sabotage. The girls locked her in the wine cellar, temperature-controlled, $2 million inventory. Maria pried the vent grate with a corkscrew, crawled through ducts that smelled of oak and money, emerged covered in dust but smiling. Ava's jaw dropped. Zoe whispered, she's like a raccoon. Next, they dumped red dye in the indoor pool. Koi fish thrashed in crimson water. Maria, dove, fully clothed, netted each fish into a bucket, lined them along the edge like soldiers. Zoe watched her save the ugliest one, a blind albino named Mr. Bubbles, and something flickered behind her eyes. Lunch was war. Hot sauce in Maria's coffee, ghost pepper level. She sipped, eyes watering but didn't spit. Sophia's hospital jello tastes like this every day. Ava choked on her own prank, coughing laughter that sounded almost real. Reggie monitored from his phone, expecting resignation texts. None came. That night, the mansion's planetarium glowed with projected galaxies. Zoe slipped in alone, knees to chest, tears cutting clean tracks through playground dirt. Nightmare again, mommy waving from the jet window, then fire. Maria found her there, sat without asking. My girl lost all her hair last month. Looks like a beautiful egg. She pulled a photo from her pocket, Sophia bald, grinning, missing front teeth. Pain doesn't make you bad, Mija. It makes you loud. Ava listened from the doorway, clutching Elena's locket so tight the chain left marks. For the first time in years, neither twin spoke. Morning brought a contract on Reggie's desk, permanent benefits Sophia's medical covered. Maria stared at the numbers, then at the scan appointment on her cracked phone. I can't miss tomorrow. Reggie nodded. Take the jet. She laughed until she realized he wasn't joking. Maria laid down law the next dawn, voice calm as bleach. 3 rules, written in Sharpie on the playroom whiteboard. No hurting people. Clean your own battlefield. Tell the truth, even when it's ugly. The twins rolled eyes in sync. Test 1. They flooded the kitchen with the indoor fountain rerouted through hoses. Waterfalls cascaded over Italian marble. Maria handed the mops, started singing Bitty Bitty Boom Boom. Ava splashed first, then giggled, then mopped. Zoe joined harmony on the chorus. Reggie walked in mid-song, slipped, landed on his backside in suds. The girls froze, expecting rage. He laughed instead, deep and rusty. First time since the funeral. Sophia's skin day dawned gray. Maria paced the apartment, uniform swapped for jeans, when rotors thumped overhead. A black helicopter landed on the cracked basketball court outside. Ava and Zoe hopped out in matching superhero capes, hand-sewn, crooked stitching. They carried construction paper cards. Get well, Sophia, in glitter glue. Zoe pressed her stuffed unicorn into Sophia's chemo-cold hands. Ava whispered, "We know what empty beds feel like." In the hallway, Maria crumpled against cinderblock walls, sobs shaking her whole frame. Reggie found her there, suit jacket damp from rain. He didn't speak, just offered his shoulder. She took it. Back home, confessions spilled like marbles. The twins sat cross-legged on Elena's old Persian rug. "We thought if we were bad enough, Mommy would come fix us." Maria gathered paper, markers, matches. Funeral for bad days. They wrote fears on origami planes. Mommy's gone. Daddy's never here. Sophia might die. Launched them into the fireplace, one by one. Reggie added his own. "I was on a call when the plane lost signal." The flames ate guilt and orange tongues. With the last plane curled to ash, Ava crawled into Maria's lap. Zoe took Reggie's. No one moved for a long time. The final test arrived disguised as triumph. The investor gala, black tie, future of the company on the line. The twins wore velvet dresses, hair tamed into ringlets. They'd planned one last prank. Hacked the teleprompter to display dancing cat memes mid-speech. Reggie stepped to the podium, lights hot, 300 eyes waiting. The screen glitched. Ava's hand shot up from the front row. She bolted on stage in patent shoes, grabbed the mic with both hands. "My dad isn't perfect. He forgets bedtime stories and burns toast. But he's trying. And Maria taught us trying is enough." Silence, then thunderous applause. Phones rose like periscopes. Investors wiped eyes. Funding secured. 1 year later, the mansion looked different. The playroom held a mural. Sophia, bald and beaming, flanked by twins in capes. Cancer-free. Maria's nameplate read family manager, but the girls called her Mama Maria without thinking. Reggie proposed on the rooftop under a sky littered with paper planes, ring hidden in Mr. Bubbles the Koi's mouth. Don't ask how. Sophia carried the fish in a bowl down the aisle at the wedding, unicorn tucked under her arm. If a janitor with nothing but love and a mop can tame millionaires and melt grief in a family, what impossible thing will you conquer today? Hit like if you believe in second chances. Subscribe for more stories that prove ordinary people do extraordinary things. Bell on. Next week, we meet the firefighter who adopted the arsonist's son. See you there.